What is up, YouTube? That's it here, and today I'm back playing some more Pokemon VGC Reg I Wi-Fi battles. Today we're busting out a super cool team. I've actually been working on this one ever since this format was actually announced. I wanted to play this team in some Limitless Tours, and it features both of the origin forms of Giratina and Dialga. This might look like a pretty low power board, but I think this is a really cool underrated anti-meta Trick Room team. It features Calm Mind Giratina with fake outs, healing, redirection. We have multiple fake outs here with cycling, with the parting shots here. So we can always weave in to get as many healing Sinistcha, hospitality procs. We can get as many Calm Minds as we want. If you take a look at all the monsters here, we have speed reduced Giratina here. We have speed reduced Dialga. We have a speed reduced 0 speed Ursaluna. So this is actually a really cool team. I think this is going to be a lot of fun to play with. So yeah, without further ado, we're just going to hop right into some games. I'm not even going to do any YouTube shoutouts or Patreon shoutouts. We're going to play some games. Hopefully we get some big wins, and hopefully we can put some, respect on Leftovers, Protect, and Incinerate. I think this is a really cool mon right here, and it just fits so well with the Sinistcha here. I'm excited to play with this team. Wish me luck. Here we go. Alright, so I have absolutely no idea what bro is cooking with Miraidon, Mewtwo. The first thing that's popping into my head is something like Seeds, Electric Seeds Mewtwo. That's what it's looking like to me. That being said, my team's freaking weird. I think we can get away with screens here, because, there's something weird this guy's doing. I think if we just don't lose to hands, we're going to be in a good spot. So something like Giratina is going to be amazing into Iron Hands. Something like Giratina, screens, maybe a little bit of Sinistcha. I think we could probably just win if we wanted to bring out the Ursa. I mean, we could probably just win. Why do they have a Goodra? There's so much weird. There's so many questions. What if we just went this? There's no reason to outplay and play the weird balance slow game with Sinistcha when it looks like I go screen TR, send an Ursaluna, and click that big EQ baby all the way to the bank. That being said, I think I respect Mewtwo more than any other Pokemon VGC YouTuber. It's weird that Mewtwo's not one of my mascots, but if you type in that's a +1 VGC stuff, there's a lot of Mewtwo videos. There's a lot. Every time I use Mewtwo in the thumbnail and I have a Mewtwo team, that video pops off. So I respect Mewtwo. We have a mutual agreement. If it's Seeds Mewtwo, I'm just built different, bro. That's all I gotta say. Let's see it. Is this Electric Seeds Mewtwo? Am I actually that good? I don't even want to be that good. I don't want to know this much about Mewtwo. All right, it's not. All right. So then what other Mewtwo is this then? Is it Specs? I don't really see an issue with dropping. Which one of these is more of a threat? It's the Mewtwo, bro. I'm fake outing your Mewtwo, bro. I don't trust whatever it is you think you're doing here. We're fake outing. If you're Cloak Mewtwo, you're too good for me too. Cloak, there's the flinch. And it's faster than the Miraidon, so it looks like it's scarfed. You can obviously Electro Drift here. Nothing wrong with that at all. Let's see if we get the KO. Alright, so that doesn't look to be Specs. Maybe AV. Big TR though, a fat TR. Really like that for me. So I think we can just parting. I think I'm gonna parting probably the Mewtwo and just go for a standard just a standard Dragon Pulse into the Miraidon. Nice. So Mewtwo's going to be -1. I don't think we can actually KO the Miraidon here, but I do think we're going to be able to come in pretty hot with an Ursaluna. We should be able to disincentivize a Psychic attack into that slot. If anything, we're probably eating an Aura Sphere into our Dialga. And then they probably just want to go for a good KO into the Grimmsnarl slot with another Electro Drift, right? That's what I'm thinking. So this is going to come in here. It's going to activate our Guts at the end of the turn if we do happen to live. Big DP. I'd love a KO, but I'm not, Oh, I take those. Is that a crit? No. Dialga, remember, Origin Form Dialga gets the 1.2 boost to all of its Dragon and Steel attacks, so it's kind of like a little mini life orb. There's the Aura Sphere like we were talking about. They are -1. We are pretty bulky. Still can't tell if they're... I think that they're Scarfed. That's my guess. That looks like Scarf. It looks like modest Scarf damage based off how much they actually did. Iron Hands here. I think we're just going to pop the Ghost Terra on the Ursa and just close this one out. So easiest peasiest lemon squeeziest here. So big Ghost Terra, big EQ, and I don't really see a problem with pivoting in the Giratina. We could have left the Dialga in and clicked Earthquake. We have Telepathy, which means we avoid that damage, but I don't want to eat a Drain Punch into this slot. I want to do the most amount of damage I can. I probably could respect the Mewtwo a little bit more, but if we're playing around this being Scarf Mewtwo, this is just by far and away the play. Like, let's see what they got here. Let's see what they're doing here. Big Ghost Terra. So are you clicking Fake Out? Are you clicking Drain Punch? Are you making a read that I'm going into a different Terra and going for like a Supercell slam into my Ursaluna? We're going to find out today. Oh, he's focus punching. This person's bingo card has unlimited slots, bro. Well, that focus punch ain't gonna work. What did you think was gonna happen, bro? He's living. Aura Sphere? Yes, we scarfed. Awesome. So we're fine here. So we're just gonna be able to go EQ again. It's a speed tie with the Iron Hands. So EQ gets a double KO, and we get to weave in a Calm Mind. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I don't know what this guy thought he was doing, but I'm out here to win, bro. Even with the bad restricteds, I'm playing things correctly. I kind of wish it was like the Electric Seeds Mewtwo, bro. I kind of wish it was the Electric Seeds Mewtwo. That makes, I kind of want to use that myself. I think there's some value there with like a little bit of like Protect Calm Mind or like Calm Mind Recover with like Electric Seeds. Kind of like a weird Farigiraf, right? There might be something there. They should give Mewtwo upper hand. I think that'd be kind of cool. Free Calm Mind is absolutely amazing here for our Giratina. And remember, they're both their restricted are down. Their hands down. Is this Armarouge? Maybe Armarouge? Like, what would the last mon be in this situation? Survey says... Go. Hydreigon. Cool. That works. Absolutely donezo, bro. Facade, Deezdo, and I'll just go for a Dragon Pulse. You can Terra, but not really that much they can do about it. What Terra would they go? Like, if they go Fairy, they get bodied by Facade. Steel's like the only one that like they can go, and I still think they get KO'd. Dark Double Dip. Okay, so Facade about to be reigning true in this situation. Saving the best for us. Hydreigon does look really good with the Dark Terra. Let me be realistic, it does. It looks pretty good. Absolutely bodied, yo. Maybe they gotta upgrade that to, what is Iron Jugulus? Upgrade that Hydreigon to its future form, Iron Jugulus, maybe get a little bit more win potential, but, we take those all the way to the bank. We brought the right balance. I really like that. I was gonna go into like a weird Sinistcha damage mitigation screens game, and I'm like, no, stop it. Stop trying to get cute. Just show people how to win. That's what we do here. All right, Kyogre, Cali Eye. I think we have good lines into this with Ursa, but we gotta get the Ursa active. So they're gonna be doing everything in their power to stop me from getting up a Trick Room. So they're gonna be like full force sending it with like flutters. Yeah, I think that we can actually get away with like Giratina. I'm looking at like Giratina and Sin. I like that a lot. We get a free Calm Mind out of that. And then like, do we have Protect on this in Sin? We do. Awesome. I really, really vibe with that. And then you bring the Dialga. Do I need TR here? That's kind of just where I'm looking. Like, what do I even get out of TR? Sinistcha might be there. I like this. I'm going to try and just win this one with just like Giratina. I think there's a lot of potential there. Let's try it. I don't think they're going to let me just get up TR and fold them. Like, if I'm looking at their items, it looks like Sash Ursh, you know, Rocky Helmet, some sort of like Goggles in Sin, AV Hands, Booster Flutter, probably like Mystic Water Ogre and Clear Amulet Cali. Again, I'm a big believer that you guys should be doing this in every one of your own games, going down and like listing what all of the items are, and then like talking about the potential sets that go along with those items to kind of lock your opponent into like, if they have Sash Ursh, that means like they can have a Scarf somewhere else. If they have a Sash Ursh, that's usually a good inclination that they have like a Fake Out user they can cycle with and stuff like that. There's patterns that you can recognize if you start to see them in every one of your games. But let's see. I was expecting Ogre, but like honestly, this is probably okay. Like, what are you gonna do into Giratina? Like, I can just drop a Protect. Giratina's pretty good into Sin, I think, and being able to like trade Intimidates with this is just really, really nice. I'm thinking about probably just hard swapping. I don't want to get Fake Outed. I don't want to make them have like a read and go for a Fake Out. And they're probably thinking they have a really good Intimidate into us. We're special Giratina, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm looking at this. I think I'm just going to go Protect Giratina and hard pivot in Dialga. And then I'm going to go like pin the Flutter, hard pivot out the Giratina for Sin. Give me another Intimidate. I really, really like that. Like, these slow games like this are just perfect if you want to play like hard balance like we are. And we're really taking advantage of the fact that our opponent is not leading with restricteds on the board. So Dialga's going to come in. If we take a little bit of damage, we pivot in Sinistcha. That's how that works. Awesome. They're stopping us from nuking the Flutter. And are you parting shotting me back? They're not going to be going for a fake out, obviously. They're not going to go protect fake out. That's not like a thing, right? Please don't do that to me. Parting shot into the Giratina, right? Awesome. See, that's why you go for the manual swap, because it really plays around the protects, right? It would have been obviously really good to go for a parting shot into either of those mons. I didn't want to risk it, right? And now we have the board state that we want. We can just pivot back into Sin, get another Intimidate if we want to go for that, and just go for, we can go for a Trick Room. I can go for a Flash Cannon. You have to, like, respect the taunt. I think you have to taunt here. Just my thoughts. I think that we have a lot of options here. Sinistcha's a good mon. Inciner's going to be able to give us fake outs into their Cali, so we're going to be able to layer up any sort of speed control that we want. We don't need to actually set the TR right here. Really good thing to note. You don't set the TR when you pivot in the fake out user, because the first thing everyone does to start waiting out TR is protect. So you actually pivot in the Incin, try and pin something, especially if they have protects on cooldown, then you go fake out TR to have the longest TR possible. Moonblast is absolutely fine, and Sin's going to be able to eat that. Remember, we also have lefties here, which is really nice. Big Flash Cannon. I don't know if we get the KO here. That's so good for us. Man, this Dialga just hits like a truck. Man, that Adamant Orb is just so much damage. And you can go for the parting shot. Taunt. You have to respect the TR, right? So you see how much value that is? And now we have a fake out. That Incin is at -2 as well. And we have our lefties ticking. We're putting our items to good use. This is where, like, honestly, for me, we still might lose this game. But, like, this is a really good example of, like, playing correct. I think if I was not, like, recording this and I was just, like, locked super in, I'd be really happy with how this game is going so far. So we've seen Flutter and Sin. Obviously, the last 2 months are probably going to be Cali and Kyogre. We're probably going to have to throw a fake out into the Ogre, and I would go fake out Ogre and, like, what? That's the question. Like, what are you doing here? Fake out into the Ogre and... What's my Terras? Do I have water? I have Bug. Double Bug. Yo, Bug busted. I think I'm going to be able to throw the fake out in here. And then you're going to Parting. And I think that you're probably faster than this Dialga. But I don't know. Dialga's like base 90 and since 60. No, we're faster than them because we use Flash Cannon first. So that means we can stick damage on either of these guys. I think it's better to stick damage into the Ogre. But I really would like to stick some damage here if I could, because, like, this thing's going to be a hard one to get off the board. I'm going to stick the damage into the Sin. I think it's I think we're ahead enough to where I can do this. It would have been great to hit the Ogre, right? But I think, like, just getting good damage on this in Sin is just absolutely amazing. Oh, that's so good. Yeah. Parting shot's absolutely fine. There's going to be Cali I coming in here, right? So we can drop, like, a... I think we could drop, like, a Protect in Sin. I'm not seeing a world where, like, double Protect is wrong. I also think a world where, like, you could pivot in Sinistcha and go for... No, is it Lefty's Ogre? Cool. Lefty's Ogre is more manageable. We're at -1 with our Dialga. Lefty's ticking here. I think we can eat the Pulse. That's the thing that I'm like, I don't want to waste my Terra, but it's not even really a waste. We don't need our Terra on any of our other mons. I think I'm just going to double Protect. Because we're waiting out turns here, and the Lefty's on the ins... Oh, we can't Protect with a taunt, duh. I hate that then. Alright, so then how well can we eat? I think we have to do that. You have to stick that knockoff there, and then, honestly, you're probably going to Terrastalize the Cali, right? But we're just going to get the Terra out. I'm okay with this. I think we're going to take a lot of damage this turn, and then probably try and Sinistcha back up, because that Ogre, if it's lefties, it might have Calm Mind, and if it's Calm Mind, it probably doesn't have a lot of coverage. It might have, like, Origin Pulse, Ice Beam at worst. So O-Pulse shouldn't KO our Incin. Nice. That's a good Terra for us. Great damage here. Look at this. -1, but, like, look at that damage. And I was going to say, hopefully no Citrus, right? Look at that. Oof! Let's go! Let's freaking go, bro! That's so much damage! Oh my gosh! Incin busted. Clear Amulet. Not today, buddy. Not today. And we're just waiting out this rain. So you can't pivot anymore. You've lost 2 of your mons. And, man, this team's, like, really good. Like, holy moly. Like, Ogre Cali is, like, really impressive. The fact that we're dictating play with, like, a -1 Dialga and, like, a weird leftovers in Sin is, like, actually nuts. We have some great mons in the back. I think we just pivot in I think we just pivot in Sinistcha, honestly. We just get a little bit of a heal into our Dialga. Just throw another Dragon Pulse in. I just want to see if we have how many turns on Taunt. Last turn Taunt. Yeah, I think we just heal up the Dialga, because Dialga should be able to just check the Ogre. Especially with the Sinistcha support. You can't knock off my Dialga either. That's the thing. Like, you don't get that double dip damage, so you're not really doing that much Dialga. Worst case scenario, we're eating a Fake Out, and that's why we're healing while we do it. Hospitalities, please. Let's freaking go, bro. Let's go. Fake Out. Into the Instant slot. Yo! Free pivots. Are they making a read? Calm Mind's the right way to get out of this, I think. We don't know if they have Ice Beam, right? We should be able, though, to still win out. I think we have enough Mons that are going to be problematic here. Crit? Nah, never lucky. Citrus? Citrus is good item tech there. Okay. Let's think about what we're doing. Dialga shakes off that taunt. So Giratina is good into Ogre. Our Terras are fire there. Oof. We have a Fake Out if we need it. I'm going to protect here. Am I going to protect here? I'm going to protect here. I'm not going to protect here. I will protect here. Look at me. Look at me. Yeah, I think you protect and just Dragon Pulse the Ensign. That Kyogre, if we can wait out the rain, it's going to take away a lot of Kyogre's damage. And maybe we'll be able to get out. Yeah, you're just going for the Calm Minds for days. I don't have a problem with that. There's not that much I can really do about it. It's still going to be a little bit dicey. Might have to, like, burn it with a Matcha Gotcha or something. We don't know if they have, like what they have, really. Parting Shot. Cool. Dialga's going to go to -2. Huh. Sinistcha outspeeds Insyn. So we can just actually, like, I think we just Matcha Gotcha there and maybe pivot in our Giratina here to get rid of the -2. It'll finish off the Insyn. Do 10%, 20% to the Ogre. I want to see if they have Ice Beam. And then, like, Giratina's going to be on the board regardless. Even if you make the right play in Ice Beam here, we're able to come in and go for, like, a Fake Out Ogre Calm Mind of our own. 3 Calm Minds. This guy's, like, going to the freaking races. Remember, he's going to have Calm Mind. This is going to be... We need to KO this Insyn, by the way. Please go away. Please, please, please. Matcha Gotcha, who we miss on? Alright, that's fine. I mean, I want to burn, but, like, I want to KO this Insyn more. Nice. Perfect. So we have Fake Out Calm Mind into what? Rain has stopped. Oh, no Fake Out. Sorry, duh. I don't like this, bro. I'm going to pivot in. Pivot in the Dialga and go for a Calm Mind. I think that's fair. I don't know how fast they are, but, like, we need to start stacking these, right? Let's see. Ogre can still win out. Honestly, like, Ogre can still win out. There's nothing saying that Ogre can't just, like, has 3 Calm Minds and tries to Opals everything. Ice Beam. There's the Ice Beam. So we knew... it's going to be dicey now that they have Ice Beam. So Ice Beam, Opals... I don't necessarily see a situation in which we win here, right? Other than, like, a crit or something. We've already used Terra. If I send in Dialga, you're going to click... I mean, I gotta do this, right? So, Fake Out TR into, like, Dragon Pulse knockoff into send out Sinistcha, try and crit Matcha Gotcha. I think that's just our best shots. Yep. Sounds good. I kind of want to Parting Shot it, you know what I mean? But I don't think that's the play. I think we gotta, like, get rid of those lefties and just stick some damage. Force them to hit these O-Pulses and other things like that. I think that's probably my best play. I'm playing to a crit with my Dragon Pulse, too. I think that's our best line. We didn't know if they had Ice Beam, right? I think that's what makes this a little bit hard, is we, like, really didn't know if they had Ice Beam. So just D-Pulse. Knock off. We've shown Protect on Insyn, so they might be playing around it. I don't know. Look at that damage. There's a crit. That's what we need. That's what we need. Let's go. Let's go, Insyn. Big damage. Oh my gosh, double crits. I'm rewarded for the good play that I had at the start of the game. This guy got robbed, bro. Holy moly. We take those wins, though. We take those wins. We stuck to our guns. Have you ever seen me get that lucky? Ever? Ever, actually? Like, what? Why am I that lucky? I don't think I've ever been that lucky in my life. Wins up. Alright, so this guy has Miraidon and Zacian. It's actually one of my personal favorite cores. If I'm like talking about serious tournament stuff, like Miraidon, Zacian, hands, really, really good. The thing about to watch out most for in this game is like the fake out cycling between like the hands and the Incin. I think they're probably gonna have like Sash Bundle. Obviously Zacian's gonna have the sword, which means it's probably like Cloak, Torn, Specs, Miraidon. Incin shouldn't have goggles. That's probably Citrus Incin. So what we need to do in this game is just get Ursaluna set up. And I think the best way to do that would be something like Sinistcha, Dialga, because we can't fake out their Torn because it's probably going to be cloaked, right? So we couldn't lead Grim here. And then just like Luna, Giratina in the back. Giratina is still good. We have Fire Terror, so we're actually really good into like Zacian. So playing to our win cons is what we're going to be doing here. It sucks having to lead the Sinistcha, but at the same time, like, I think we have a really, really good line trying to get Trick Room up either way. Either, like, I want to see if they also, if they lead, like, Torn and, like, Hands or Torn and Sin and have, like, Fake Out and Taunt at the same time. That's a really low power board. We could just hard switch in the Ursaluna on that and just, like, start going to town. So let's see what they want to do here. Let's see if they want to lead the Torn. Let's see. Awesome. Double restricted. Cool. What's really cool about this is we just go redirection, TR. We should be good here. I think we're probably good here. We could low-key just protect Dialga, make them over-respect the restricted, and then just trick them with the Sinistcha. I'm going to keep them honest, though. I don't want to get Sacred Sworded or close combated by that Zacian. So Rage Powder's great here. Trick Room. Pretty good stuff. I want to see if we force a Terra on that Miraidon. That'd be really nice. We could just punish it immediately. If we get Ursaluna in here, this Earthquake's going to be slapping, right? Awesome. We see that Terra, which means the Terra's off the board for the remainder of their Mons. Is it going Fairy? We don't really care if they go Fairy. Like, it's fine. Like, that's sounds like a job for Flash Cannon, right? So let's see what they're going to be doing here. And remember, their whole win condition is having those fake out users in the back, and we just have Ghost Terra Luna, so like we're in a great spot here. So Rage Powder, pretty cool. Show me it. Player off. Oh, yeah, that's fine. And we eat that easy peasy. Look at that. And you take that Rocky Helmet chip. Nice. Dazzling Glim is going to probably pop the Sinistcha. And the way I'm looking at this is I think I'm just going to come out and click like EQ. Just straight up EQ. They're Orbed Miraidon. Wow, that is spicy dicey. Means they have room for Protect. Would you be protecting here, though? Do I really care if you protect here either? That's a great question. You might just double protect, but if you double protect, I get my orb up. And I think I can just eat an attack from the Zacian. I think if we keep the Miraidon honest with like EQ, remember we have Telepathy Dialga, we can avoid this damage, and Flash Cannon, there's not that much you can really do. If I lose one of these mons, it's not the end of the world. So if you like protect Miraidon and try and weave in a weird attack with Zacian, and somehow manage to actually eat the EQ, that would be hard for me, but let's see what they do here. They actually, that's the play they need to be making here, but I might still get the KO. I don't think Zacian just like pops Ursa unless they have like close combat. So let's see it. Oh, he lives at like 1, dude, never lucky. Flash Cannon's gonna whiff. I'm getting close combated, right? Ugh, I hate this. I didn't want to Terra their Luna. Behemoth Blade. Oh, that's fine, we can get Behemoth Blade. Yep, we eat that. Yep, Ursaluna is like really thick. This Ursaluna set specifically is also very, very thick. So let's think about what we're doing here. I think the exact same play. It sucks they're at 1. That's going to really slow down the game because now they're going to protect with the Zacian and then weave in a bunch of other stuff. And it's going to start getting a little dicey, but, you know, I think the right play would be protect Zacian, fodder the Miraidon, and then bring in a fake out user. This is not right, I don't think, because like we still have Giratina in the back. And Giratina is probably pretty decent in a Miraidon. So there's the Incin. The Incin can't eat both of this damage. I think that, I mean, I see what they're going for. They're going for the Intimidate, but I don't think you can pivot in on this EQ. And next turn, we just go Ghost Terra and just like pop it off. So it's going to be in a good spot. Okay. Man, if that Zacian went down last turn, that would have been so good. I should have just, no, I like my play. I did not want to get messed up by a Life Orb Miraidon. I did not. Awesome. Is it Citrus like we said? No Citrus. Awesome. I wonder what the item was. It wouldn't be Goggles on a Miraidon team. Might have been Rocky Helmet. Rocky Helmet's another standard item choice there. So the fact that guy goes down, really, really good stuff for us. If they have hands, they might want to come in and go for like, I don't know, like a fake out into Ursa. You'd have to fake out Ursa. If you wanted to make a read and go into the Dialga, you definitely could, but I think we're in a good spot here. Is this hands or Miraidon? All right, Miraidon. All right, so you got protects. I think we just do the same exact play. We don't even need to blow our Terra yet, and we just save the Terra to check the Zacian and the Miraidon in the very back. So 2 turns on TR. You're going for some double protects. 2 turns on TR is good. Awesome. EQ, EQ, baby. Go for that same old-fashioned flash cannon. You want to try and fight me? We're fighting, bro. We're gaming out here. Play into our win cons. Awesome. Is this hands? What are you pivoting in here? Probably protecting the Miraidon, but like I don't know if there's a way that they actually get out of this. Because like I feel like we just save our Terra and we just win. Like that's what I'm looking at here. I think if we save the Terra, we just win. It was probably a better idea to nuke into... Oh, they're actually didn't protect the Miraidon. Okay, cool. I vibe with that. Yeah, I targeted correctly. I was going to say it might have been a better idea to like actually double into the Zacian, but I didn't want the Zacian to go for like a double protect or something. You know, taking out that Miraidon, it's going to make the Zacian come out. They're going to be able to dope for a double protect or something here. But at the same time, like, I'm trying to think of how this is my problem, you know? I have a pretty decent looking board. I think I'm just going to pivot in like the full health Giratina, go for the EQ because it pins both of them. If you wanted to get cute and try something here, it will pin both. And then, like, Giratina just flips on Fire Terra and just wins. And that way we don't have, like, a weak Dialga that could get, like, doubled up on or something. I vibe with that. Yeah, let's go. So you can double protect here. We might even, like, I don't want to say protect Giratina because we don't want to get Encore locked or something. But there's no reason to, like, leave Dialga on the board for that. Because Dialga is also really good against Bundle. We actually only have to get Zacian off the board. So, like, next turn, I think that we're just going to click, like, EQ... and then just go into the Zacian slot with, like, a Shadow Ball or something. Yeah. Because Zacian, we should be able to beat the bundle with Dialga. Cool. We're obviously going to flip on the Fire Terra on our, on our, what is it, Giratina as well. Love Giratina Origin. Like, it's cool that we're able to actually play against, like, high-level teams with, like, double Origin stuff. I took a lot of time making this one, if you guys couldn't tell. I was planning on playing this team in some Limitless tours or something. If you want to see this team played in, like, open team sheet Limitless stuff, think about letting me know. I think we're in a really good spot right here, though. Flip on that Terra, like I said, and just Shadow Ball. I wish we had like a physical Shadow Sneak set for the Giratina, but I really do think the special Giratina is just really, really good on this team. It's able to block pretty much everything Zacian would want to throw at it. I wonder if they're going to be going for some sort of weird, like, Reed Fire Terra Hydro. That would be dicey, but if you're doing that, you're also, like, you're not ignoring our Ursa Luna slot, because Zacian would have to go into it, but, like, you got to hit the Hydro, you got to make the Reed. They go for the standard player. I feel like that is nothing, bro. And I think we can eat the Hydro anyways. I think we could just eat the Hydro. Icy Wind, that ain't it, bro. That is just not it, right? Ursa gets KO'd, but we take out the Zacian, and that's just going to be game right there. Pretty cool stuff. I think they just hoped that Giratina had, like, a bad Terra. Maybe that they hoped that we were, like, double dipping, like, Dragon or something. I really don't know. But we take those. Maybe we had, like, Dark Terra could have been a Terra on Giratina. It could have. And if that was our only option, it was our only option. But you see how, like, we still would have lost that game if we didn't pivot in the Giratina the turn before. Saving our Terra the whole game, and then bringing in that full health Mon to be able to flip that 50-50 Terra on at the last turn. It's so good. In this situation, there's nothing that they can really do about this. We just flip up the Trick Room, go for like a standard Shadow Ball. If they want to protect, we get the speed control that we need, and wins up. This team is absolutely amazing. And if you guys want to use this team for yourself, it's actually going to be up along with all of my other rental teams on Patreon. So if you guys have been liking the content we're making for Red Guy, you want to use some of these rentals for yourself, check out their stats, see how I EV train these mons. Think about checking out the Patreon, and we're going to go into one more game. Wish me luck. Here we go. All right, here, Reshiram, okay, and Swampert. That's really cool. I think I've seen people using this just on Twitch and stuff like that. The Swampert, I think it's like Rocky Helmet. Or Citrus or something. I've seen the Swampert, and I'm like, Swampert. I would not have thought that Swampert and Koraidon go well together, but here we are. What do I want to do here? Trick Room seems good. They have a lot of redirection. They have speed control. I could probably get away with, like, leading this if I wanted. I might want to lead Grim here, though. I think screens could be just really valuable here. So, like, if I went like this, but I flipped on, like, a Terra, that might get me just big Trick Room energy. I think I can probably get away with that. And then, like, maybe Ursa to close it. Ursa's great here. EQ slaps hard, and then, like, I vibe with this. So we have Fake Out on the Grim. I really like the Fake Out on the Grim. I think it's going to be very, very good in this matchup. Alright, This is a win-win for me. Like, if I win, cool, I just won. If I lose, though, like, that's wins for Reshiram. And that's honestly more important. Reshiram is so cool. I wonder if it's, like, specs. If it's specs and they would, like, Koraidon Reshiram, we're about to get cooked. I would probably, in this situation, I would probably fake out the Reshiram and tear up my Dialga. Shiny Reshiram is so sick. Alright, what are we doing here? So we have Fake Out, Screens, Parting Shot. They're all good options. I'm going to Fake Out this Reshiram and just TR. I think that's just a good play. I can then pivot out the Dialga for Giratina and Parting Shot, bring the Dialga back on the other side, or like Ursa or something. I really vibe with that. And then like we need to be able to play around... I just want Fake Out Flash Cannon. Like, what do you do about that? It's a good play. Let's just see it. You get that Cloak, bro? Cloak Reshiram, bro? Big Fake Out Grim. Moonblast. Ooh, okay, cool. Works for me. Works for me. There's a flinch. Here's a TR. You're going to Encore this. So we are going to go for the Parting Shot of Rooney Dooney here. You shouldn't be able to click Sunny Day and Encore. So you're going to go for the Encore, right? I think that I'm actually just going to use Spirit Break instead of a Parting. I kind of want to just sit on this Mon for a little bit. And just come with the Giratina. I think that that's fine. I don't need a Parting here. Maybe I can Parting like next turn. Once we condition like... Cause they might Protect here. And I'd rather just do what we're doing here. It's very standard. Encore is not going to work. I'm never going to fall for that. That's never going to happen. Always punish me whenever you guys play me on ladder. Sticking damage into the Reshiram. Getting that special attack drop. We know they're not cloaked already. So it's basically the same play. Earth Power. They have Turbo Blaze, so they actually get to hit that. Good stuff. Hey, good play from our opponent here. And they're orbed. Awesome. So let's think about what we're effectively doing here. Reflect is good because they have Koraidon. I wonder if they're going to pivot in Koraidon. I'm going to go for a Spirit Break here. It lowers the damage, and it makes it so if you want to pivot out that Wims for some weird reason, because Wims would be the one that doesn't have Protect. You might have Protect on this Reshiram, and you pivot into Koraidon on a Spirit Break. If you pivot in Koraidon on any of these Mons, you're taking a fat L. Ogerpon, cool. We went for the right play. So we mix it up just a little bit. And we also, since we're Spirit Breaking the Wims, we're going to see if it's cloaked. Not that it's that important, but like, it's important. Cloak? Yes, no, maybe so. They are cloaked because there's no special attack drop. Awesome. Great damage there. You're going to Moonblast me. Awesome. I think that that's completely fine. What do we do here? I think that we just go for... I think that you Parting Shot the Wims and Shadow Ball the Wims. I know that looks crazy, but I'm completely okay with those lines. To follow me, because like you see how this works. When you Parting Shot there, and if they do click to follow me, they end up sticking that -1, and you're just basically ignoring the Ogerpon for the turn. So they're going to be trying to do good damage to our Giratina. I don't think they get the KO. We're going to be able to KO the Ogerpon this turn. And we're definitely bringing in Ursa here. I think Ursa's a great mon to bring in. Even if you Moonblast this slot, like Ursa's about to be slapping. And then we still have Dialga able to like flip the TRs on and just do a bunch of really cool stuff. You know that the last two mons are going to be that Reshiram and probably Koraidon. So I think we're in a really, really good spot here. Awesome. That's completely fine. We just bring back out Grim, I think. Oh, a crit, never lucky. No, I think the Dialga's okay here. I think the Dialga's fine. Because that Wims is not going to have Protect, right? Encore, Moonblast, probably like Sunny Day Tailwind. So like you can just pin it. And then you save the Fake Out on the Grim for the back for the Koraidon. Weave in like a TR or something. It's also just a good pivot into some of these. Reshiram's up. I wonder if they're going to have like a Bug Terra or like a Grass Terra. Honestly, I think you just throw a Facade into it. Last turn TR, you're going to Protect, right? So if you're going to Protect, what we do is we just pivot in Grim. And we just Flash Cannon here. You just get them on off the board. Because you're just going to Protect, right? Why let you just deal with my Ursulina when I can just have a Fake Out for next turn? It's almost like I play the game, boys and girls. Let's go. Wims has no Protect, probably. I mean, it would have been Prankster Protect, so it would have activated. Flash Cannon picks up the KO, and here's Koraidon coming in here. Now, this is going to be a little dicey, but I think that we still win. The question is, like, what is going to happen to my Dialga? Are you clicking Heat Wave? are you clicking Earth Power? I think Dialga can eat anything that Reshiram actually throws at it. Like, we can eat a Life Orb super move, right? So I'm gonna click... Oh, we could just click, like, Reflect, bro. Like, just Reflect, Protect. I think I'm gonna fake out the Koraidon and just Trick Room. I have Bug Terror if I need it, but I don't think I need it. I think if we get up the TR, Ursa just folds it. So you can outplay this by going Ghost Terra Koraidon, Cloak Koraidon. I'm trying to think of any other things. Like a crit from like an Overheat into my Dialga, or maybe like a crit Draco or crit Earth Power might get it. But we are, yep, Heat Wave's completely fine here. If we would have went Bug Terra there, we would have lost, right? And I didn't want to fake out the Reshiram because that opens up the line and like go for like a Bug Terra Dialga, because like if they want to make the read and just go for the Fat Flare Blitz, we would lose the game there. So TR is up, and we should just be able to close this with Ursa. I think Ursa does close this correctly. Just got to kind of think about what the worst case scenario is. Like, I think the right play is just to Facade here and just straight up like Dragon Pulse this guy. And I'm trying to think of the only bad lines that we have. I'm going to Terrastallize my Ursa in case for some reason the Koraidon lives and wants to go for like a collision course. This would let us live that. If you have like Fairy Reshiram, I'm about to get cooked, bro. Obviously, Terras are probably going to be happening this turn from their side as well. Let's see it, though. I don't think the Earthquake is the right play, because I think they're going to Terrastallize that Reshiram, which means maybe something could have been said for Reshiram. Maybe we should have went Facade into the Kyurem and Dragon Pulse the Koraidon. That would have been a better play. That would be a better play. I made a misplay, but let's see where they're going here. Okay, is that Fire? Fairy. Oh, I made a right play. Oh, it's Fairy. I would have lost if I just did what I said I should have done. Yo, this guy's actually cooking. I mean, this guy's probably thinking like, heh, he's gonna Dragon Post me. And it's like, actually, bro, I made a misplay, which means I win. Wins up. Yeah, honestly, like, I should have just Dragon Pulsed the Koraidon. And, I mean, Koraidon, it could have went Fire there, Terra, though, too. It's hard to say. Like, I guess the Reshiram just doesn't have a Grass Terra. I was really trying to play on Grass Terra. They must have some other sort of weird Terra on that thing. But we'll take these wins, and this team won every game that I played with it. I worked really hard on it. Like I said, I was thinking about playing it in some Limitless tours. If you guys want to see those tours, let me know. And maybe I'll enter it in a Limitless tour next week. But this was a lot of fun, trying to find fun and creative ways to use, like, Ursa, Luna, both the origin forms of Giratina and Dialga. And if you guys have it within your hearts to think about dropping a sub on the channel, we're trying to get to 50,000 subs this year. We're at 44,000. If we can get even one sub a day, I'm a happy camper. I know I keep asking for that in these videos, but if you got this far in the video and you like the content, you want to see more, it would really, really help me out if you dropped a sub on the channel. And if you guys want help in your own team so you can build amazing teams just like this one that we use today, I want to help you. We have our Patreon linked in the description. Even the lowest tier, the $2 tier, gets access to this submission post where you guys can post your rental codes, post your Poke Paste. If you guys post a rental, I'm going to try and feature every rental in a video where we do a full team fixing from scratch. I'm going to play a few games with your team, talk about what I like, what I don't like, what I would fix, and generally, like, play a few games, get a good understanding of how you like to play the team so I can build you back a better version of a team that is in your personal play style. So think about checking out the Patreon if that at all sounds good. I give everyone back a Poke Paste if I get to all of them, right? Some months I'm not gonna lie, I get overwhelmed with all the Patreon stuff, but I'm on top of it this month. Think about sending me a Poke Paste or a rental code, and I'm gonna do my absolute best to get your team back to you in a timely manner. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys are enjoying some of the Reg I content so far. And let me know if you guys like this sort of exclusive YouTube-centric videos. I think all week it's been like mostly YouTube-centric videos, not a lot of stream highlights. So let me know if you guys like this sort of content more, if you feel it's more educational, you're learning more, you're having a more fun time watching it, or if you just like the stream highlights because you might not get a chance to make it to the stream. So let me know which is better. And other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out, and I'll see you guys next time.